Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Sir Stephen Topham Hatt the Third, at your service. Sorry for that confusion and delay, but we have to make it sure the microphone is working to its full degree. Now, I'm going to be talking about this seriously because this is proof is in the pudding. Now, I private connection told me this morning and acknowledged the proof is in the pudding. Now, you can look this up and look up the proper meaning, why and it is, it's so acknowledge that what is unfolding is the truth and the logic and the respect that we can give you in every angle. And now the proof is in the pudding. Now, a lot of you may be wondering why it is set in stone the way it has, which is number one, and acknowledge that we have to say the proof is in the pudding. So, when people get criticized or they get moaned at or they get frustrated or they get moany because they want something or they need something, no, it goes from A to B and C and acknowledge. I said the proof is in the pudding. Now, it's acknowledging it because the private connection told me, right? My Steam team has told me this. So I'm not telling any lies on this, right? So the proof is in the pudding. So acknowledge what has been absorbed, right? Right? The proof is been right. Right? The proof is in the pudding has a meaning, right? Means the value of quality or truth of something must be judged based on the direct experience of an individual with it or its results. Proof. So when I say the proof is in the pudding, so what is expected from the actual outcome? You have the Norfolk Railway about to have its downfall, right? That's the proof is in the pudding telling you that because it's truth, right? People start to use their heads, use their thinking brains, but at the same time, people just don't learn from their mistakes. And because they're repeating those mistakes, the proof is in the pudding, right? Because I'm acknowledging everything, right? But at the same time, the proof is in the pudding. So when you acknowledge my podcast is based on truth, facts, and no lies, right? So the facts are there, the truth is there, the proof is in the pudding, right? There's more to come, don't get me wrong, but sorry for a little bit of confusion when it does, but it makes sense to the logic. So when everything unfolds in front of you, it really does put the truth back in. So the proof is in the pudding. So when people see me, they know I am honest, trustworthy, and kind. Right? So the proof is in the pudding. So you can't take what's already been baked. Right? When you eat something, the proof is in the pudding. So the truth is there, the logic is there, and the respect is there. But a lot of people are saying this can't be. I said the proof is in the pudding, right? We have to acknowledge that and making sure that people understand the proof is in the pudding. That I'm trying to acknowledge it in a very short podcast at the moment, not a long podcast, but I think a lot of people will understand why is this person come out of the blue and say proof is in the pudding. Right? The events that have unfolded to you recently, right? People are judging the North Norfolk Railway because it's not a good reputation place at the moment. They acknowledge that the proof is in the pudding. The answer is there in black and white. The proof is in the pudding. So when you acknowledge that and have that big meaning over your head, you got to realise, spread the word. Proof is in the pudding, right? Everything unfolds every day for me. I I know, and you know, the community knows, 8 billion people know about it, right? You can't take that away from them because the proof is in the pudding. So when the facts are there, the logic is there, everything is on there, all my family, including myself, obviously, are all monitoring the world. So the proof is in the pudding. So the logic is there, the respect is there, and everything else. So the proof is in the pudding. It's like I said, all true, but you're not accepting it because you haven't witnessed it, number one. Number two, people know it's all true, and we're acknowledging that it's all true. The proof is in the pudding. So when people say, oh, this is not happening, or this has happened, or this happened, and this actually physically happened, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, it's true, right? The proof is in the pudding, right? So the proof is there, it's in the pudding, right? I know it's a corny title, but it means something. It's a proof it's in the pudding, you accept it. Don't ignore it and say, oh, it's false. Right? A lot of people would say, nah, all true. Why? Because the whole thing was acknowledged to the world before the third generation were born. So you've got the first generation, the second generation, and the third. Then you've got the senior group as well, before the first. So you've got to acknowledge that and say the proof is in the pudding. And to prove it even more, to make it even fair on the world, even the community around the globe, they're acknowledging that its proof is in the pudding. Right? I'm going to put you in a place of, let's say, that you're going to do something and you're going to make it achievable, right? The person that said, right, I'm the proof that's in the pudding, right? But somebody said nothing is impossible, right? You don't have to be a Superman to do these things, right? The proof is in the pudding, right? Don't ignore it. Don't falsificate it. It's all true, but you're not accepting it. Well, that's your loss, right? So the proof is in the pudding. It applies to everybody, children and all, right? The children won't understand this until they're late 15s, when they're in their teenager years or adult years. Then it will all click. Click, 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 right? For another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years until I get my son and my granddaughter. Once they come into play, that's it. People will have a miracle and they will say the hacks exist because there's a proof it's in the pudding. Thank you very much, indeed.